How can I avoid ISF penalties for watch bans? Welcome back to our Customs Brokerage series, where we explore everything you need to know about importing goods into the United States. In today's episode, we will be discussing how you can avoid importer security filing (ISF) penalties specifically for watch bans. Now, watch bans may seem like a small accessory, but when it comes to customs regulations, even the smallest details cannot be overlooked. So, let's dive right into it. First, let's quickly recap what ISF is. Importer security filing, also known as ISF, is a requirement by the U.S. Customs and Border Protection (CBP) for importers to provide specific information on their goods before they are loaded onto a vessel bound for the United States. This information helps CBP assess the security risk of the incoming cargo. Now, when it comes to watch bans, or any other goods for that matter, the key is to ensure that you submit your ISF accurately and on time. Failure to comply with ISF requirements can result in penalties. So, how can you avoid these penalties specifically for watch bans? The first step is to work with a knowledgeable customs broker who understands the intricacies of the customs process. A customs broker can help you navigate through the complexities of ISF filings and ensure that you provide accurate and complete information about your watch bans. Additionally, it's crucial to have a clear understanding of the ISF requirements pertaining to watch bans. This includes the HTS code for the watch bans, the manufacturer or supplier details, the country of origin, and the carrier information. Submitting this information accurately is essential to avoid any penalties. Another important aspect to consider is meeting the filing deadline. The ISF must be filed no later than 24 hours before the cargo is loaded onto the vessel at the port of origin. Failing to meet this deadline can lead to unnecessary penalties. Now, let's talk about customs bonds. A customs bond is a financial guarantee that ensures compliance with customs regulations. When importing watch bans, it's essential to have an active customs bond in place. This will provide the necessary protection and prevent penalties in case of any non-compliance issues. Keep in mind that CBP officers have the authority to examine and inspect the cargo. So, it's crucial to maintain accurate records and documentation related to your watch bans. This includes invoices, bill of lading, packing lists, and any other relevant information. Having all the documentation in order will help you quickly respond to any requests made by CBP. Lastly, it's always a good practice to conduct periodic compliance checks. This means reviewing your processes and documentation to ensure that you're consistently meeting the ISF requirements for importing watch bans or any other goods. Staying updated on regulatory changes and seeking expert advice can go a long way in avoiding any penalties. So, there you have it, some valuable tips on how to avoid ISF penalties specifically for watch bans. Remember, working with a customs broker, understanding the requirements, meeting the filing deadline, having a customs bond, maintaining accurate records, and conducting compliance checks are all key to a smooth and penalty-free import process. That's all for today's episode, but be sure to stay tuned for more informative videos on customs brokerage, customs bonds, and all things related to international trade. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to catch our upcoming videos. Disclaimer note below. Until next time, happy importing!